I've just been kind of doing my due diligence to see what kind of options or opportunities are out there for them to either enhance their online store or, provide value to them, like, hey, check this out or whatever. So just
returns fraud was something like 15% of all returns is fairly indicative of exactly that problem, right?
I think a few of them might be. We have one that does a higher volume, so I think it would be worth it for them at the very least, especially going into peak season. So I've just been kind of doing some due diligence on my end, finding some good Shopify apps or Shopify partners that could benefit our clients. So this one I just met with is called Deliverlytics. So they basically have all these automations and different algorithms in place for when orders come through in Shopify. It'll basically flag them if it's a high risk order, like if there's a lot of fraud in the area, like porch piracy in the area, or if this person, I guess, comes through as like known for fraud in the past. I think it's a really good service. Apparently it could, save like 1 to 3% of your revenue monthly, which, if you're doing a lot of money or if you're doing a high volume, that's, could be thousands of dollars. So we are an extension of their business, right? So what we want to do is, in turn, also we experience a lot of this ourselves. So I want to help these people forego a lot of headaches and issues and things like that. So I just want to provide value as a service, not just a, hey, we're going to ship your orders and that's that. I want to be proactive and have our clients really appreciate that, we are considering their business at the end of the day when it comes to things. So yeah, just little things that I've been working on here lately.
We give our recommendations, and I think people ask us how many styles, the average price per garment, and things like that. But that's pretty much it. It's 90% does fall on the actual client itself, how much they want to spend.
Having customers is another thing, right? In terms of selling a coaching service or any type of service, but actually selling a product is dependent on you guys as well and your client's willingness to invest in the actual products, right? For me, I always tell clients like $50,000 to $75,000 total, including like our retainer bases and things like that, is more than enough. We like to, the brands that we work with, we always like to give our past experiences and just give our honest feedback, because at the end of the day, if Jonathan succeeds in this venture, we also succeed. And so allowing, just giving our feedback will help Jonathan in return. So
we are back from China, still a little jet lagged. Actually, last night was the first night I was able to kind of fall asleep at a normal time, so I think I'm finally getting back into the groove of things. But we're going to Vegas tomorrow, so I'm going to be 2 hours behind again. The main thing I want to talk about right now, though, is we show a lot of the good and things that are going on in our business that are all fine and dandy and great, but I want to talk about some real stuff that actually happens. Like, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes our team makes mistakes or things happen where you have to deal with a scenario where the client is upset or unhappy, and I just want to talk about like little things that kind of come up. For example, we onboarded a new client. They sent us all their product. It was packaged, and their orders came in. We started shipping them out, and they told us that we packaged all their stuff incorrectly and not how they wanted it, and it was all supposed to be like repackaged, bagged, and tagged. So somewhere along the lines of the onboarding process, this was not communicated to us, or we did not properly, extract that information. So it caused an unhappy client. So we had to, resolve the issue and talk to them and figure out a solution. And of course, it's all fixed and corrected moving forward, and it just helps us also improve not only like our operations on the day-to-day stuff, but when we're onboarding a new client, it just kind of pings something where, okay, maybe we should actually be asking this during this onboarding call, and make sure we're clarifying. That way, a new client comes in, they have this assumption, whereas we're used to operating a certain way, and they assume that we're going to do something that is actually not a part of our scope of work, doesn't get done, and then there's that, you know, letdown. So we want to try to avoid that as much as we possibly can. So we're going to go back and rework some of our processes, and that's legitimately the main thing that goes into running a business. Is something happens or something goes wrong, you fix it, you implement a process to fix it moving forward, you get better, and then you move on. So that's literally what, if you're wondering what running a business is, that's most of it. fixing and getting better. I actually have I have this little thing written down next to it. So you execute, analyze, improve, and repeat. So that's what we do. The second thing, another operational piece. You know, one of our guys in the warehouse while packing orders, actually a bulk shipment. So bulk packing is a little bit different than, you know, your scanning, your tote, your one by one packing. It's a little bit more of a manual process, so there is that element of human error that can be integrated in that piece. And, you know, if you select one wrong thing, it could create a trickle down effect. The wrong shipping service was selected. This was a bulk order that was going out in big boxes, so that service was for small packs. So all of these, I want to say it was almost 100 orders got hit with an additional surcharge of like $40 a package, and, you know, as you know, it's a lot to ship, right? So each shipment came out to like 50 something dollars. It's not something that we caught right away, you know, it's not something you see until you invoice. And even in the invoice process, there's, you know, going through thousands of orders like that, it's an easy thing to kind of miss. But the client did notice it. They pointed it out to us. We quickly found out what happened and why, and made sure that we credited and reimbursed them for those additional charges due to our mistake. So things like that, you just kind of have to eat as a company. I'm not sure if many other 3PLs would have done that, but you know, we accept we accept fault when it is our fault, and we try to make it right and make it correct. And so now we're going through reworking those processes, making sure everybody in the team understands, like, hey, if it's above a certain amount or a certain volume, it cannot go these services at all. And making sure we're having some fail-safe steps in those shipments, and then preventing that from happening moving forward. So yeah, it's definitely not fun, you know, on a Friday getting that email, you know, realizing your team made a thousands of dollars mistake, and you got to eat it, and, you know, you made a customer unhappy or start to question that you're doing the right things, and it's not a great feeling, I'm going to be honest. So but, you know, we're able to work through it, and I think really in this situation, all I can be is transparent with our clients, right? So I just told them, hey, this is what happened, this is what we're doing moving forward. I even went back and checked past invoices to make sure the same mistake didn't happen. And if it did happen, I did credit them for it. But that was just like a one-off, you know, big chunk type scenario that happened. So really just got to stay on top of our team and make sure they're doing the right things in the warehouse. So yeah, like I said, it's not always rainbows and butterflies. Sometimes you are going to make mistakes. Somebody's going to make a mistake on your team. The only thing you can do is learn, figure out what happened, what can you do to resolve it, how do you make it right with your client, and then everybody moves forward. And I think as long as you're doing that, I think you build even more trust. Even though there's that initial doubt from your client, I think in the long run it builds long-term trust that you're willing to go in, quickly resolve, talk through it, make it right, and move on. So just something to kind of consider if you are operating a client-facing business. I told Austin earlier, this is becoming a travel channel.
Are y'all ever
That's like all
even
we
in
do.
Houston, or I just take vacations all the time?
Yeah, people probably think we're just fucking around. No, we're in Vegas right now. We came for quite a few reasons actually. One, the main reason being going to the Olympia Expo. So, if you're not familiar, Mr. Olympia is the basically Super Bowl of bodybuilding. A lot of big names come out. They have a huge expo. A lot of big fitness brands and other brands in general just come out and exhibit during the expo. So we're flying Kevin out. He's coming out tomorrow. And as a team, we're going to walk around the expo and try to get some business for fulfillment, pro dev, manufacturing, basically any of our services. We're just going to kind of put some feelers out there and see if we can get any new clients. And we've also had a few other meetings in the pro dev world. I'll let Daniel speak on all that.
We had some cool calls today.
Yeah.
And we have some things set up for pro dev, and I think we're growing as a team. You know, people are seeing like these trips as just like a way for us to not only have fun with this journey, but also it just shows our clients or just like prospective clients like we really do care about this process, because it's awesome, right? Like we didn't have to come out here, but I do think it's cool to, even if we don't get any new business, we still have clients that are at this show. So it's cool to just come out here and also meet them. Mm-hmm. We have a new fulfillment client that is out here that just signed the agreement as well. Yeah. So we're actually coming out here meeting them, or for me, I'm meeting them for the first time.
Yeah, I met them in Canada. We were in Canada for another bodybuilding show that my wife plans. So met them there, kind of told them what we were about, and they were looking for fulfillment in the U.S. So kind of one of those things that just worked out. And they are also going to be at Olympia, so we figured let Daniel come out here and meet them and just, you know, build that relationship with our client.
Yeah, he's very well known in the bodybuilding space, and today we had one really cool meeting with a pretty famous boxer. He already has a clothing brand, but he wants to elevate it, and we're about to head to dinner to meet a new client that we've already kind of had conversations with, but it came as a referral, and they're going to be a pretty big brand, I think. So yeah, coming out here and just doing face-to-face interactions, that's what people love more than anything. And for us, it's fun to be able to interact with people and also just put ourselves out there a little bit further into a space that we already are very familiar with, but a lot of brands don't even know who we are. So it's cool to just meet new people and just tell them who we are, and hopefully we get our name further out there.
We also signed a client today.
We did sign a client for 12 months.
Yeah.
12 months.
No, that was 6 months.
6 months. 6 month pro dev. So let's go to dinner.
It's a new client though. Let's go.
What happens is, as you know, when Amazon scrapes pricing,
the FBA was crazy.
they're killing us. So any deal I have, it gets to Amazon. So
Did you do FBM? Did you do FBM?
We actually, my son runs that division. We ship on our own. We don't ship through Amazon. We ship on our own.
We've been back, so it's good to be back here and seeing all the new brands out here.
You guys are all based in Houston, right?
Yeah.
And are you manufacturing in like Georgia? Oh, in Florida. Okay, nice.
There's levels for sure. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, we'll have like 50 pieces ready to go.
Yeah.
They're all like tailored towards the fitness, but also like a little bit of athleisure side too. And streetwear, yeah. So we'll keep you posted on everything. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for talking with us, bro. Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
And that's your guys' own company, or are you somebody else?
No, we use somebody else as far as distribution.
How's fulfillment going for you guys right now?
We're always looking for better opportunities. So
That seems to be the trend.
For business people.
Yeah.
It's been amazing, but
Are you the owner?
I'm an investor.
Okay, nice. How'd you guys get
With
started?
a smile.
on this?
With a smile.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Can I try it?
Yeah.
I'll throw away this.
You didn't win it.
And then this is our pure alkaline water.
Okay. You get alkaline water too.
I'll throw away this. I'll trade.
Yeah, whatever you recommend.
I'll trade for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Mike Davies, who's a famous trainer, he's a personal friend of mine. We're fraternity brothers. And I told him about this, and I went and showed him.
What fraternity, by the way?
Pi Kappa Phi.
I'm a Pi Cap.
Let's go.
No way!
Pi Cap, you
It's
don't go
ODH.
to Texas. I mean, this is
ODH.
Athletes,
Damn.
let's go. Yeah.
That's so sick.
And then I have another liquid project that I'm spinning up in Missouri. So
Nice.
kind of all over.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a lot of commonalities with Craig. We're like fraternity brothers I didn't even know, but it's just, he was kind of telling us about y'all's journey and everything, and it's really cool what you guys are doing, man.
Really awesome.
It really is.
No, man, look, I just want to do business with good people.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's
Exactly the same.
It's just one of these things where, like, we've never heard of y'all's company, but he told us y'all were a publicly traded company. Like, that's really, really impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I've been looking at your videos, like
Yeah.
other reviews that you
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
There really is. It's like a 3 to 4 week, and our manufacturer only has so much space. So instead of like shipping it to me and then to you, I'm like, if we can just get that signed, which I appreciate, but I can just ship it direct from the manufacturer to you guys. Right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure it wasn't a long-term thing, you know.
Based in Houston, Texas.
Okay, right on.
We own a full turnkey fulfillment center out in Houston, Texas. So we work with a lot of companies here.
Yeah,
We
right
wanted to see how we can maybe potentially help you guys out with fulfillment or warehousing.
So we're small,
Sure.
we're new. We just launched in April.
Nice.
So we're not doing enough volume yet to justify like a, are you guys like a 3PL?
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Yep.
And admittedly, I do have a guy in Salt Lake City that
Okay.
I know, and he's got a great 3PL there, but mostly we're just babies right now.
Yeah. How's it been going? You been busy?
Busy, man.
Yeah.
Elevate gear and everything. It's been.
So this is all equipment that you supply?
Yeah, so we distribute them. We represent them for North America. New title sponsor for Olympia. They're from Korea.
Good to see you finally, man. Good to finally meet you, man.
How you guys doing?
We're good, man. We're good.
Your wife is up with
Yeah. We come out summer shredding and stuff. Yeah. Nice.
Cool. How you guys enjoying the expo?
Yeah, it's good, man. We just talked to everybody we needed to talk to, and we're good. Thank you, guys.